leader as ambassador is a person who consistently exceeds expectation. They lead by example. I know it's cliche, but it's real. That's what they do. They have admirable behaviors, and they're worthy of emulating and following. They're the best. They represent the best of society. Would you follow a leader like that? If I knew a leader like that, I would follow them. Today, we're going to cover some of the characteristics of the leader as ambassador. And how do we demonstrate them? How do we live them out? So the first characteristic of the leader as ambassador is their words and actions line up. They have nothing to hide. They lead by example, and they do it even when no one's looking. I know it's cliche. I know you hear it a lot, but the ambassador leader, that's how they lead. They are so true to who they are, their people, and their cause. They have nothing to hide. They feel like it's a noble duty to themselves and to others to lead this way. It's like the Mark Twain quote, "If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything." So they have no worries because they know their actions and words are going to line up. Nothing to hide. Absolutely nothing to hide. As an ambassador, you set the standard of conduct and leadership at all levels. The more your actions line up with your standards, the more credibility you earn with others. So they've established it. They live out those standards. They follow through with it. They've established that credibility. And the better example you are, the more you empower others to follow those standards you have put into place and that you follow and uphold. So, my question to you, are your words and actions lining up? If they are, you're that leader as an ambassador. The leader as an ambassador brings people together, and you represent them. You're able to get into rooms in front of people that your people may not. And when you do that with a level of expertise and integrity, because you know that you're not just representing yourself. You're either representing another group of people, you're representing a cause, you're representing something that you believe in. And you've done the work to establish the trust and build that loyalty so the people that you represent find you trustworthy. And because of that, you have a responsibility and a desire to represent them well and speak for them in those rooms, in front of those people that you get to be in front of to represent them. I'm Miles Street. I help international business leaders generate more wins and dominate in their life and industry. Since you represent your people, you are a skilled negotiator and mediator. That's right. You get in those rooms, you get in front of those people, and you have the skills and expertise needed to negotiate and mediate and make plans. You are strategically minded and analytical and think through those plans and the impact and what does it mean for that situation, for your people, for those you represent. As that mediator and negotiator, you're courageous and you're willing to take risks. You know who you represent. You're willing to stand up for them You're willing to represent them. You're willing to take risks that will benefit them and your cause. You're strategic about it. You think through the impact, your plan, you analyze the situation, and at the same time, you're very diplomatic. You can stand firm in tough situations, and you can handle the pressure, but you do it in a way that represents your people well, and it doesn't offend those that you're negotiating or mediating with. The leader as ambassador has a fond appreciation of diversity. They realize that a diverse room of people has a lot of innovative ideas. And they realize in their role and their responsibility that they're going to be mingling, interacting, representing people very different from them at times. And they're going to value what those cultures, people represent. And they're going to take time to understand them and what they're looking for and appreciate their ideas, their thinking, their way of doing things, and show them that it has value, it has meaning, and that they're doing their best to understand it, apply it, and represent them at the same time. Now, if you're a cross-cultural worker, you ever led cross-culturally, if you can't learn to be diplomatic, if you can't learn to mediate and negotiate in culturally and appropriate ways, you're never going to be an effective leader in another culture. But the leader as an ambassador can go into diverse situations in different areas, and they can stand up for their cause and their people and speak their mind in a way that's tactful and impactful, not offensive to the other parties. It's like you're James Bond-like when it comes to negotiating and mediating. When I lived in Thailand, was working there, a lot of times us Americans or foreigners, we can be hot-hearted. That's what they called it. Gyron, angry. We show our emotions. We express our emotions a little bit more than is necessary in certain moments and times. And when you do that, it can be very offensive. And living there for 13 years, there were a few times I let the situation get the best of me. And I wasn't any of these things that I just mentioned. Not at all diplomatic, not at all thinking about what I was saying, how it was going to impact people, and what my emotions were communicating. And when I did that, it shut it down. It shut down progress. It shut down communication. It offended people. It upset people. But the leader as ambassador, when they are in those heated moments, they can keep their emotions in check, but still communicate firmly and specifically what it is their demands are, what they're looking for, and do it in an appropriate manner. The ambassador leader requires you to be mentally and physically fit. Yes, you got to take care of yourself. And you take time to do that, to make sure you have taken the time to take care of your body and your mind. And I would throw in there, take care of your soul as well. That means Yeah, you exercise at whatever level of fitness you might be at. And you take time to do that in your life. You make sure you're healthy as far as your body is concerned, the food you eat. You're taking care of yourself, but you're also taking care of yourself mentally. You're doing the things that you need to do to make sure you're prepared for every situation. You study ahead. You're up with the latest trends and thinking. You're prepared for the meetings. You've done the work behind the scenes to make sure you understand what you're there to discuss, talk about what's happening, how it impacts others, and what are the specific outcomes and results that you're looking for. But at the same time, you do things for yourself mentally to take care of yourself. You're developing yourself, making yourself better. You know what your best skill sets are, and you're continually working on them. You know what some of your weaknesses are, and you're helping some of them get to that acceptable level they need to be at. And the ones that are not worth wasting your time on, you're delegating that to somebody else. And then finally, you're taking care of your soul. Whether it's silence, whether it's solitude, whether it's a spiritual exercise that you do, whatever it is, maybe it's alone time. You understand you need to have that quiet space time, whatever it is. Maybe you get that energy from other people, and that takes care of your soul. If that's what it is, you know what it is, and you do it for yourself. An ambassador leader takes care of themselves. Finally, ambassador leader, you're just lucky. Lucky as hell. You know why you're so damn lucky? Because you work your fucking ass off. That's right. Luck only happens for those who work hard. Napoleon had this saying that when he was looking for generals, he was looking for lucky ones. The ones that were ready for every opportunity and event to take advantage of it. Brian Tracy talks about luck, and luck happens to those who work hard. So yes, I'm going to throw luck in there. Because a leader ambassador, you're going to work your ass off, and you're going to do whatever it takes. And luck's going to happen for you. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. If you felt like it was of value to you, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, check out this video over here about the cross-cultural chameleon leader. It'll help apply some to the leader's ambassador. Or also check out this video on the next level virtual leader as well.